So, how you all doing? Oh god, welcome back to the channel. Right then. As some of you may know, I had a little off yesterday. Bike's not too bad. The front fairing section here has actually snapped off, which in all fairness, it's a bit of plastic, so that's going to go. Crash protection did its job. The crash protection and the rear pillion peg was the two main factors that stopped the bike basically absolutely getting destroyed. Yeah, so all I'm going to do today is quickly show you guys what bits I'm going to be taking off. So let's grab this camera and I'll show you. So there's this section here which is obviously snapped. There is this section here that's snapped. As you can see there, the mirror is gone. The crash protection took the brunt of it. As you can see, the front of the engine has had a bit of a scrape, so to speak. Like I said, the foot peg stuck most of it. What I have just noticed is there's a dent on the exhaust there, which I didn't notice. Dirt. But apart from that, and the fact it's dirty, it's actually come up all right. Obviously you can see all the mud. But yeah, it's just this section really, and I'm just going to check this side, so I never checked this side. That's took a bit of a beating. That's got a scratch on it. Oh god, my ribs. Apart from that everything's all good that side. One thing I will say that I'm actually not impressed with is the RUKKA stuff. It literally absolutely fell apart. Let me just show you the trousers. Oh god. Oh. So let me just show you the trousers. So initially I was like, oh man, there's barely anything on the trousers. They look all right. Until I looked up here, look at that. Looks like a cheese grater's been at it. So yeah, I'm actually going to message RUKKA and just say, I'm really impressed with that, to be honest. £2,000 suit, and it's just absolutely shredded like that. So, them are the trousers. Oh god, my ribs are absolutely killing me. So let's chuck them back up there. The jacket again, £2,000. So the shoulder took the brunt of it, I think, and that ain't too bad. Again, the elbows took a bit. Again, bit of an hole there, but I could live with that, to be honest. There's an hole at the back there. Again, I'm really happy about it, if I'm being honest. I don't think it should rip up like that, not as much as it has, but I don't know. I just feel for £2,000, you know, I'm not impressed with that for £2,000. So, So yeah, what I'm going to do is, let's move that up slightly. So I'm just going to take this front windshield off and just start getting prepped for the bits that I've ordered, basically. That's the right one. So yeah, so I've ordered, my ribs are absolutely killing me. Can't even breathe in. So let's extend that up so I can actually get to that bolt. So yeah, basically what happened was I'd met with a couple of the lads that I was just going to go for a ride with. We was going to go and do the Hellfire Pass and stuff. And we just got off the A5 and we was heading towards, just got through Knocking. Lance, I think it's called Llansanfraid, it was called. But we're just basically riding down the road. I'll put the video up, but just riding down the road and went through some slush. Seen this woman waving frantically on the side of the road. Kind of looked at her as if to say, what you doing, kind of thing. What, you know what I mean? What are you waving frantically at? Oh man, I've had that on from the start. Yeah, so I was like kind of looking at her as if to say, oh, what you waving frantically for? Next thing I know, mate, I'm on the floor, spilling about on the floor, rolling around. Look up, where the freaking hell has that gone? Look up to see my bike basically hit the edge of the curb and go down into these people's front garden, basically. Which obviously I great. But the only good thing I will say is none of the lads who I was with actually went down. They ended up having to go through it. But obviously, thankfully, none of them went down. So, wasn't speeding. You ask any of the lads, so, you know, what is if I was getting a lick on or nothing like that. Go on. Yeah, well, like I was getting a lick on. Can't see where that bolt went. Let's have a look. Who was that? Do you know you're going to be on YouTube now? Yeah, come on with me, please. Yeah, so just basically, there we go. So all of that is, guys, is just these two bolts here. In fact, it's easy. I took two bolts off the top of the screen when I don't need to. Do that every time. But yeah, so yeah, fortunately none of the lads went through. And none of the lads got hurt that I was out with. So, like I say, got up, got the bike off the people's garden that I was on, and had, I don't know, 20 minutes there. Checked the bike over as there was a bit of oil on the exterior of the bike. And not much oil, but there was just a little bit of oil on the exterior of the bike. So I wanted to know where that was from, making sure, obviously, I'd looked at that casing and I could see that casing was damaged. So I I just wanted to make sure that everything was all right with the bike and that I needed to get it recovered. But yeah, it was, what a bad crash. Like I say, I got up and I actually said to the lads, because we was due to meet a couple of the lads at Lake Verney. But when I was talking to the lady there, whose front garden I rolled into, they was just saying how treacherous it is going up to Lake Verney, and that there was a lot of crashes yesterday morning up there of bikes and cars. So we kind of all had a bit of a chin wag and just said it probably was the best idea to carry on. As I was leading the group, kind of thing, I was going to show them the Hellfire, both the passes of the Hellfire Pass. So I was kind of in the scenario where I don't want to come off again because I was the leader. So we decided basically not to crack on. And Danny, as he's from the Wirral, so he ended up he just trekked back, I think. We stopped and had a brew, had a chinwag. Got to give it to them guys as well, because they kind of helped me get the bike up. I'm going to keep that actually because I need the number off you to order a new one. But while I've got this bit, all I'm going to do is basically clean all this off. Yeah, my ribs, my right hand side of my ribs are definitely broke a rib, definitely. Can't take a deep breath. All the breaths I'm taking are really shallow, as you might be able to tell. Got quite a big bruise, kind of on my lats and on the side of my ribs here. Got a big bruise there. My hip took a big hit. All the front of my hip, my arse, and down to the base of my thigh is all starting to bruise up quite nicely now. Woke up this morning, bit of a stiff neck. My right wrist's aching, a real dull ache on my wrist. A couple of my fingers are hurting. So, you know, that wasn't the case yesterday. All that was hurting yesterday was my ribs. So I woke up this morning, like I say, with a bit of a neck ache and stuff. But yeah, if I go to the hospital, I won't do anything with broken ribs anyway, as I've broke my ribs several times before. So yeah, so I'm not gonna go to the hospital because that's a way. For me, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time for me, and it's a waste of time for the hospital. As all I'm going to do is confirm that I've lost my ribs. That's all I'm going to do. One thing I will show you is the helmet. Now, as you all know, I had this new couple of months ago, so that took a big hit, a very big hit. So I don't know if I can send this off and get it tested, see if it's okay. I'm going to message the lads from my moto and ask them if they know anybody who can actually get the helmet checked for me. If it's a write-off, then it's a write-off. At the end of the day, what you've got to look at is you buy this kit to protect you for that reason, just in case you come off. So for me, I'm annoyed with Rukka. I'm annoyed that my trousers have turned out like that. I'm annoyed with my jacket. I'm annoyed that my helmet's damaged. You know, both of my gloves have ripped. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because one, I fell off, but two, I've got a fork out. I'm US now. Like I say, there's big holes in them now. So I kind of, that's the annoyance side of it, really. But that could have been a hell of a lot worse. A hell of a lot worse. And it's not till like today that I actually realised that the severity of the crash, really. Thinking about the lads, make sure the lads are all right, and kind of looking at, you know, make sure that I'm all right. Just check that out. I'm dropping everything. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I should leave that on, shouldn't I? Just in case. I don't want to lose anything. So I'm actually going to leave that on. But yeah, and just to kind of, I've messaged the lads this morning and just asked how they am and everything. But yeah, is it worth spending the £2,000 on kit? Is it actually worth it? Because would the cheaper stuff work? Would the cheaper stuff just evaporate or not, or what? I don't know. I ain't got a clue. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. It is a bit annoying, but we can't do nothing about that. It's happened now. The bike's all right, fixable. All right, fixable. You know, not broken, no broken arms, broken legs, nothing like that. So it is what it is. You've got to accept it and be thankful that you know you're not laid up in hospital. So yeah, we'll just wait for that front fairing to come. Make sure it fits. Wait for the mirrors to come. It actually looks really cool with our mirrors on, but I ended up putting a mirror back on because it was absolutely horrible riding on the road. And I think by law you've got to have a mirror, by law. So, but it was mad riding on the road with no mirrors. It made the bike felt really aggressive for riding it with no mirrors. So, but yeah, ordered mirrors, and we'll see what happens when they come, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it this week. But thank you to everybody who's reached out to me asking how I am, and kind of dropping me a message on Facebook, dropping me a message on Messenger, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. So yeah, on YouTube, and last night's live as well. I was on Todgy's live last night, on a Sunday 8 till 9. So I was on his live last night, and there was everybody was asking me how I am and this, that, and the other. And like I say, I was all right. I was just struggling yesterday because it was just very, very painful. And like I say, I woke up this morning with everything. The top end of me is aching everywhere. But yeah, SOS switch went off. That was just beeping. Nobody spoke to me. It was just beeping. So yeah, come up on the dash SOS. Got no footage of it at all, as I was going to do a vlog that day, but I was going to wait until we got to Lake Verney to start the vlog. So yeah, I've got no footage of it whatsoever. But yeah, lads. So as usual, if you can all stay safe, keep your family safe, and I'll do one thing, which is smile. Thank you very much, you muckers. So until the next time, that's me, the Peaky Biker, out. And I'll see you all soon. See you later. So basically, I've come down this road, it's all this ice. Basically lost the bike. Lost the bike on this. I've spilled over there. The bike's it over there. And then as you can see, all the skid marks here. Down into this person's garden. So not a good start to the day at all.